Hi, Gloria Brooks here, founder of Nature Glows East Science. Did you know that nature connection can be as simple and easy and accessible as just sitting right in your own backyard, front yard, or side yard? Like just steps from your front or back door of your home. And this is something that you can do yourself as a parent and share with your kids. So back in 2010, when I was still working at private school, at a faith-based school, and I was taking the Kamana 1 and 2 course. It's through Wilderness Awareness School. They have a correspondence course for adults. I strongly recommend it. It's really amazing. But I got their books, and I went through the Kamana 1 and 2 courses. They actually have 3 and 4 as well. I have yet to go back and do those. But I learned tremendous amounts of incredible, extraordinary skills that I believe are Native American based. So, yeah, and what we did was we found a sit spot. We found a special quiet place where no one could bother. I found a special quiet place where no one could bother me. And at the time, I was living at Heathcote Community in Freeland, Maryland. And I was living in this awesome straw bale house, and my assignment on the first day, the first lesson, was to go find a sit spot, or one of the first lessons. I don't remember. Gosh, do I even have those books still? I don't think I hope I kept them. I live in a camper van, so I really pared down. I got rid of so many of my books. So I found a sit spot about 50 yards from my house. And being that I lived in an intentional community, we have had a lot of traffic coming in and out of the house. So I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to be distracted by people. And that's the same for you. You want to find a spot. First of all, you as a parent, I suggest that parents do this as well. And at the same time that you're doing it, your children can be doing it as well. All right, so it was in the woods. It was in the forest. And I found a tree stump. And it was just so perfect. It was like calling out to me. So the first part of the assignment is to scout out your sit spot. And I suggest that it be as close to home as possible, especially for you homeschool parents. You know, if you have young kids, you want to be close to the house, right? But you also want that happy medium where you're not going to be distracted by your kids or, anything. So you don't bring your cell phone. You don't bring anything really unless you're doing a particular exercise that requires your nature journal. I brought out my cell phone to take videos, sometimes take pictures. But when you're just starting out, you want to really have that quiet place, that place that calls out to you where you can just sit, whether it be on a tree stump. I find it better to be able to sit directly on some aspect of nature because you're physically connecting with the earth that way. But, if you find a spot and there's just no way that you really can sit on the ground, then bring maybe a yoga mat or a chair, but as little barrier between you and the natural earth as possible. And going barefoot. That's actually not part of the program. That's a Gloria Brooks tip there, hot tip. You want to connect with the earth. And I realize, on really cold days, that's not going to be possible. And you want to try to visit your sit spot as many consecutive days as you can. So what do you do at your sit spot? You just be. Yeah, that's really hard. That's quite a challenge for our society. In fact, I admit I haven't been doing a sit spot since I have gotten on the road, but I can start doing it. I can do it. And ideally you start off with 3 to 5 minutes because that's like about our attention span with all this technology that's robbing us of that hyper-focused concentration. About 3 to 5 minutes. And you might even be hard pressed to sit for 3 minutes at first, but you build up. and try to do it as many consecutive days as you can. Okay, and then what do? You just tune in to the natural world and its natural rhythms around you. You're listening for birds. I'm hearing an animal in the distance right now. It sounds like a coyote. They should be asleep now. Quick story. I went out for my nature walk last night. Like, I was busting my rear doing this loop. I'll show you the loop. So let me turn the camera around here. So I go out through this road, and then I go up. There's a little hill there, and I loop around, and then I come back. It's about a mile. It's just a really great way. And then I loop back around until I'm back in camp. Well, it was after dark, and I was hauling butt. I was just like, to put it nicely, respectfully here. I was scared. I was scared because I know the coyotes start waking up after the sun sets. And I just like was scared that I was going to meet a pack of coyotes, even though I know that we are not their primary game, right? They're probably more afraid of me than I am of them. Or, maybe it's just about the same amount of fear. But, yeah, I was just like running. I actually got a run in last night trying to make sure I got back to the camper van before the coyotes sniffed me out and started. So, yeah, the natural world, connecting with the natural world sometimes can be scary. And it's a healthy thing to experience that fear, because our society is compromising the natural ecosystems around us in heavy, incredible ways. So for us to get outside every day, to make a point of coming to the same spot every day and connecting with the rhythms around you. So this is actually a mini series that I'm going to add to my channel. I'm calling it Homeschool Science because nature connection, that can go towards your state reports, your documentation for your homeschool for science. Nature is science. So I wanted to capture the attention of those that are looking for science activities, and this is an amazing one. So now with your kids, so let me give you tips about what to do, how to introduce Sit Spot to your kids. Just explain to them. They're going to find like this special spot in the backyard, and you want to try to make everyone's sit spot different. Depending on the size of your yard, this could be really tricky. And you might have to like swap. Like maybe Johnny does his sit spot at such time and Susie does hers. And, if you have like 5 kids, it could be tricky if you have a tiny backyard. But just spread out, and then you're going to teach them, this is your time to tune in to the plants and the animals and the weather, and to open your ears and really listen and open your eyes and just notice what's going on around you. Like, nature's rhythms are so much different than modern day society's rhythms. It's so much slower and gentler and quieter, and fine-tuning your senses to what's going on around you it's going to be a bit of a challenge at first, but try it out. So my assignment for this video is look for your sit spot, and that could take a few days to a few weeks. If you have a lot of land, you are fortunate. So you could find any, there's so many possibilities. When I was living in Heathcote community, I had 112 acres, so I had so many possibilities. All right, but remember, as close to your home as possible, and just find your spot. And I will keep up with this series and do another video. So I'll just label it as Homeschool Science Sit Spot, something like that. And I'm going to start a playlist so you can watch all of the videos in one go. All right, thanks for watching, and please give me a thumbs up. Throw down a comment. Tell me your thoughts about what you think about finding a sit spot for you and your family. The whole family can do it. And again, I don't recommend that you share a sit spot. And there may be circumstances where you do. You know, there's no hard cut rules about this, but you know, it's best to go alone when you can. And I know busy homeschool parents struggle to have alone time, so this can be that for you. This can be that mini vacation in nature that you crave, and you can have it every single day. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So thumbs up, hit subscribe, smash that subscribe button, and throw down a comment. Share this video. And I know that's a lot of things I'm asking you to do, but don't forget to grab my free unit study planner. It's a link that I give with this post, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.